Hi everybody, my name is Jen and today I'm going to talk about a controversy that happened in Chinese media. As most of you guys already know, I am an avid Chinese language learner and I do enjoy my fair share of Chinese media, and this includes, the music and the shows. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would already know that one of my absolute favorite shows is 青春有你。如果你还没听说过它，那你应该生活在外太空了。男生和女生都能参加青春有你的报名，其中会有100到120个人左右通过海选，然后他们会通过竞争，最终会形成一个9个人的男团或女团。这个节目目前有3季，这个图片里是第1季最终胜出的男团，下一张照片是第2季成功的女团。今年第3季本来应该选出一个最终的男团，但是目前还没有结果。那这也是我等一下想跟大家聊一聊的一件事。在亚洲，艺人需要多方面的能力，比如说跳舞、唱歌，还有表演，跟西方只需要唱歌好的歌手是完全不一样的。这就是为什么我这么喜欢这个节目的原因之一。他们最开始会通过单独的表演取得一个最初的成绩，然后他们需要在之后的系列的挑战和表演中取得更高的成绩，避免逐渐开始的淘汰赛。But on May 8th, aka my birthday, and what I expected to be the greatest gift of all time, aka the Youth With You finale, was cancelled. And this came to a huge shock for Chinese viewers and international viewers all around the world. So why was it cancelled? Right before the finale, I was losing it. So there's actually 2 main things. One of them, I'll introduce it quickly, it's just milk. So in order to get extra votes, what people could do is they could buy a sponsor's milk. And inside of the milk, there would be a secret code where you could input into the website so you could have extra votes to vote for your favorite trainees. But where the issue is that the code was inside of the milk bottle. So somebody would have to drink the milk in order to see the code. But here's the thing, a lot of Chinese people don't drink milk. So that's one. Number 2 is that a lot of super fans would just buy the milk and not drink it. They would buy it for the code. So what would they do with it if they're not drinking it? They would dump it into rivers. So what you're left with is people dumping milk into rivers just so that they can vote. And basically it's just really unethical. And honestly, it's something that they probably should have thought about beforehand, that there are some crazy fans that aren't going to drink that much milk. Come on. So yeah, I just think it's a little bit of a ridiculous method. They should have thought about it a little bit more before they agreed to this method of having extra votes. There's so many ways that you could get somebody to buy your product, especially when you're being sponsored. And a fun fact is that actually overseas, this wasn't talked about at all. I had no idea that this milk thing was actually one of the reasons the show was cancelled. So milk happened to be one of the reasons that the show was cancelled, but what was the other thing? Well, a lot of people said that it had to do with Yu Jingtian, one of the trainees on the show. And there's 2 reasons why people were talking about him. 1 was the issue of his nationality. And 2, there was a huge issue regarding his parents' past, with, spoiler alert, had to do a little bit about drugs and prostitution. 我们先来聊一下关于国籍的点吧。于景天在成都出生的，但是6岁的时候就移民到加拿大温哥华了。因为中国不允许双重国籍，所以严格意义上来说，他是加拿大人了。大家之所以有困惑和指责，是因为他以前参加韩国班的 Produce 101，他在节目中明确表示他来自加拿大，代表加拿大人身份参加。
Hi everyone, my name is Tony. I'm from Canada, but both of my parents are from China. That's why my Korean isn't that good.
然而这一次在《青春有你3》中，他多次提到作为一个中国人，他为代表中国感到自豪。But here's the thing, according to sources, if this is the case, then he's actually a foreigner within China, and that means he entered China without approval or without the right visa, and may have entered and violated entry and exit regulations. But I'm not sure what means he used to actually get into the country, so I can't confirm or deny this source's information. Okay. 最主要的问题还是他还在用他以前的中国身份证买中国的机票。作为一个外国人，使用中国的身份证 可能他随时被逮捕。但是其实我还不确定他是加拿大公民还是移民，所以关于这个说法的准确性，我还特别不太 know what 也不是特别的明朗，因为中国境内其实有很多人不太明白这两个的区别。Like if you're moving to Canada at a young age, do you switch out your citizenship? Because in Canada, unless you take the citizenship test and swear an oath, only then you can, I guess, become a Canadian. 但是他应该有说过他自愿放弃了中国国籍这种话，所以大家猜想他应该是入籍，所以在这种情况下使用身份证才是违法的。So next let's talk about his parents' business, because not only has this history come back to haunt them, but also Tony and everybody else on the show. So on April 29th, people on the internet, known as netizens or Chinese internet citizens, accused Tony's family of owning a KTV business that behind the scenes actually was involved in drug usage and prostitution. So obviously these are really serious allegations that cannot be taken lightly, especially in China. So of course this would become a huge deal. But it wasn't only accusations, there was actually a lot of proof kind of going around on the internet, including recruitment posters and interesting posts on the WeChat page. One poster said it was hiring for mommy assistants. Other posters were saying that they were hiring for overnight work, which was the equivalent of about 500 Canadian dollars per night, which is a lot. So obviously Tony's agency kept denying that he was involved in anything, which is fair, but the thing is that he was still tied to it. And that's especially because his house in Vancouver, he has pictures of him there with really luxurious cars, a huge house, so clearly his family had money. So people are like, wow, where'd you get that money from, Tony? Your parents' business? Huh? You know what I mean? It's a little... You know what I mean? So Tony's mom said that the business was actually sold to somebody else, so they don't actually have any ties to these illegal activities. However, everybody is naturally really defensive and they always look for ways to kind of get out of trouble. I'm not saying that they actually did anything or not, but it's just hard to know what side to trust because again, everybody just says things to defend themselves, which again is natural, but that just means we can't know who to trust. But as every controversy goes, of course there was a lot of hate spread about Tony and his posters and everything around cities. They were spray painted on and graffitied, that kind of thing. His mom also addressed the public with a note, but I'm not going to read the whole thing, so I'm just going to put it up and you guys can pause and read it if you would like. A few days later, after all of those accusations, a few members of the Youth With You cast went to a fan meeting, and you can tell he was definitely going through something because he was basically crying when he was thanking all of his fans for their support. And soon enough, it was announced that Tony actually dropped out from the show, and this was huge news. Like I'm literally getting chills right now because he was the first, like he was in the top place of the entire show, like from beginning to end. Basically he was #1, and so him dropping out caused quite a stir. So yeah, that happened and no one knew what was going to happen next. 我最大的问题是对爱奇艺来说意味着什么？因为这是爱奇艺的自制节目，同时对其他评委和所有的参加的人来说又意味着什么？比如像来自 Blackpink 的 Lisa 已经在节目中担任了2年的导师，但是这个事件发生之后，有可能她不想再参加。But in reality, Lisa was the reason why so many international people watched the show, so without her in the future, what could happen? 我呢，我不能质疑在中国他们对这个情况做了什么。事实上，我也不能有一个意见，因为这是一种无关紧要的。我们没有事实，我们不知道什么是正确的和不正确的。这完全是一场他说的游戏。也就是说，他们也可以说任何想为自己辩护的话，可能是真的。也可能不是，但我可以肯定的说 Tony 是一个很勤奋的人，你可以看到他为了梦想付出了大量的能力。I personally don't really think it's fair to condemn him for what his parents may or may not have been involved in, but I can also understand why somebody might not want to support him anymore because of his links to that. 但是我们要记住的是，发生这一切的时候，他才 18岁. So basically that is my analysis of the situation. What do you guys think? What do you think this means for the future of the show and the future of boy groups and girl groups in general? Let me know all of your thoughts. I'm really excited to read your comments. Please let me know if you guys enjoy the kind of concept of video where I talk about Chinese trends. I really love talking about this kind of stuff. I mean, even if it's kind of controversial, okay? I just want to share it with the world and share this stuff, okay? So just let me know if you like it, and let me know of any topics you would like to hear about as well. Also, if you guys may have noticed, I was speaking some Chinese in this video, and I like to think it's improved a little bit, so I want to tell you why. Recently, I started taking classes with Omeda Academy. It's basically a Chinese language learning school. There is an in-person version in Yangshuo where you can actually go to China and study with them, but they did start delivering online classes, which are the ones that I am taking right now. Basically, it's a one-on-one class where they analyzed my level, they put me in a class and they gave me a textbook and everything, and now I'm actually like attending classes like I was back in university again or something, except these classes are much better than in university. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't tell you guys enough how much I enjoy these classes, and I rave about them all the time, like literally all the time. Basically through them, I'm just trying to improve my spoken Chinese as well as maybe sound a little bit more professional as well and use more complicated Chinese. But yes, if you guys would like to check them out, you can use my code GEN200 to save some money off of your classes, or you can just find the link in the description, click on that, and you're all set up as well. Again, I highly recommend it. I've never taken better classes for Chinese in my life. Like, I will never stop vouching for them, and this is not sponsored, okay? Okay, they just gave me a discount code. But anyways, yes, if you guys did enjoy this video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy learning about trends in China, I suppose. Yep, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss one of my videos. 如果你们喜欢这个视频的话，请点赞和关注我哟，谢谢大家，下次见，拜拜。